ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching the show. This is your Top Intelligence Agencies Review. I'm your host, Bryce Dolan. Now today on the show, we're going to take a look at an article from the Department of Justice website. Now the owner and operator of Candy Color Lenses, a major online retailer of colored contact lenses in the United States, was sentenced to 46 months in prison yesterday for running an international operation importing counterfeit and misbranded contact lenses from suppliers in Asia and then selling them over the internet without a prescription to tens of thousands of customers around the country. Now, according to the plea agreement, Melnick imported large quantities of colored contact lenses from the People's Republic of China and South Korea that he knew were counterfeit and or unauthorized by the FDA for sale in the United States. Now, many of these contact lenses bore labels with counterfeit trademarks for Ciba Vision Fresh Look color blends, which are manufactured by Novartis International AG, and others bore labels of contact lens brands produced and sold in Asia, he admitted. Now, as stipulated in the plea agreement, contact lenses, even decorative ones, are medical devices that, if not fitted, worn, or cared for properly, can result in serious eye injury, including blindness. And so they must receive prior FDA authorization to enter the US and be further distributed. Now, Melnick admitted, however, that he sold purportedly authentic contact lenses to tens of thousands of customers around the United States without a prescription, adequate directions for use, or adequate warnings. After purchasing the contact lenses, many customers complained directly to Melnick about the quality of the contact lenses and questioned Melnick about whether the contact lenses were genuine and FDA approved. Melnick admitted that many of the contact lenses that he sold were substandard and that some were tested and found to be contaminated with a potentially dangerous bacteria. Now, stated in the plea agreement as well, a substantial part of the fraudulent scheme was committed from outside the United States, and Melnick received at least $1.2 million in gross revenue from the illegal enterprise, and including approximately $200,000 alone from the sale of counterfeit Ciba Vision Fresh Look color blends. Now, he's getting sentenced to 46 months in prison. Not only is he getting 46 months in prison, but he must remit $200,000 in restitution, forfeit $1.2 million in proceeds derived from the scheme, as well as property seized during the investigation. So he has to pay a large amount of restitution money, he had his property seized, and he has to give up over $1 million in proceeds that were made off of the scheme. So I think this is a well-deserved sentence, and it just really goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, you really need to pay attention to what you're buying to make sure that it is a legit product and a legit brand, especially if you're ordering that product or that item off of the internet, because that was how Mr. Melnick here was able to pull off this large scheme. And this is actually, the Department of Justice is calling it the largest ever scheme to import and sell counterfeit and misbranded contact lenses. Now, he did help tens of thousands of customers. So if you're one of these individuals who bought contact lenses, one of the Ciba Vision Fresh Look color blends, whether you have a legit product or not, you might just want to double check if you have these colored contact lenses that you have the correct and right legitimate brand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to read into this article yourself, read it into more detail, read it all in detail, you can find a link directly to this article below in the description. I encourage you to do so. It's quite interesting. Make sure that you give our Facebook pages a like, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get notified every time a new video is posted. But that does it for your Top Intelligence Agencies Review, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I was your host, Bryce Dolan.